So the next primetime game is the Atlanta Falcons. Michael Penix Jr. Drake London. He had an injury concern exiting the game last week. He is good to go right now. He is expected to play. All you Drake London fantasy owners out there, a few, me included, at the Minnesota Vikings. Skull, skull. That's their big chant. It's great. It's excellent. I would love to go to a Vikings home game. Out of all the like home game experiences, the Vikings, even though I'm not a Vikings fan, just watching like their home game experience for the fans and everything, it seems like a blast.
You want to sit in all that
Um,
snow, all that cold snow?
it's warm still. It's September. So this is Sunday Night Football at Minnesota at US Bank Stadium, which is gorgeous. A little anecdote for you, Kevin, because I don't think you know this, but they did host the Super Bowl not long ago because it's a brand new stadium. It is gorgeous. However, they didn't think this through because they made one side entirely out of glass. What do you think is
Uh,
the issue with that?
So too much glare, too much sunshine?
No, no.
No?
They had crews every single day cleaning up dead birds.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
just, I mean, just think how big an NFL stadium is, and it's just a giant wall of reflective glass. These poor birds. So yeah, before the Super Bowl, they were trying to make sure that they didn't, ruin the image. These crews that were just sweeping up dead birds. Anyways,
Oh my God. No, I
well,
did not know this. I
that's
did
so
not know
true.
that. That is hilarious.
It's actually the same line as the Packers Commanders. The Vikings are favored by 3.5. Like I said, once you're in that 3 point range, it's kind of like a coin flip. I'm absolutely picking the Vikings. I think JJ McCarthy showed enough to prove to us. I do think the Falcons defense is a little bit worse than the Bears, actually, so I think they'll be able to succeed a little bit more. Plus the home field advantage. Plus Justin Jefferson did get going a little bit. Plus that Vikings defense, I do think is going to suffocate the Falcons a little bit more than the Buccaneers were able to do. I do like Bijan Robinson. I like Michael Penix a lot. If I were to pick between the two quarterbacks, because again, they're from the same draft class, Michael Penix, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, JJ McCarthy, Drake May, I think that draft class may end up being one of the better. I'll say that 2004. I'll say that. But if I were to pick between Michael Penix Jr. and JJ McCarthy, right now, I would go with Michael Penix Jr. He just looks better. He is older by 3 years, and he played a lot more college. But I'll give that to him. If I were to pick a running game, I would go with Bijan Robinson. Obviously, if I were to go with wide receivers, it gets a little touchy because obviously you're going to pick Justin Jefferson over Drake London. The depth on the Falcons side might just be a little bit better though, because on the Vikings side you have to rely on Adam Thielen, who does have a little bit of juice. But both receiver rooms are dealing with injuries right now. But then you look at the other side of the ball, and the Vikings defense wins by a lot. Um, so yeah, I think the Vikings. I would even take them to cover the spread. So
Damn. Well, they are
mhm.
minus 200, meaning that they're most likely going to pull it through. But again,
They should. They should.
I
They
see
should.
that odds get beaten all the time by a good offense. I want to
Mm-hmm.
say the Falcons can pull it off. I'm rooting for them slightly, but then it's a home game for the
I don't
Vikings,
like
so
Seattle.
I
I
think it's
like maybe Bijan has multiple like 80-yard runs. Maybe Drake London has like those big plays where they somehow like there's a broken coverage in the back in the secondary for the Vikings, something like that. Or maybe JJ McCarthy does show his first half against the Bears where he like does struggle, he does overthrow, or he throws in a couple of pick sixes. It's hard to overcome pick sixes in a game. Maybe that's how the Falcons win, but again, I just don't think the Falcons are going to be able to pull it off against the Vikings defense, especially.
we'll see. Only time will tell.